Hi, Masters. A very warm welcome to all of you. As we're joining from various countries across the world, good morning, good afternoon, and good evening to everyone. We are entered into another beautiful day of our inner journey. I'm blessed to have this opportunity to host today's session. So let me introduce myself. I'm Devi Chakka from New Jersey, USA. I'm meditator from past 18 years. I'm a meditation teacher, conscious parenting coach, and I'm spiritual counselor, and I'm a trainer for Prahlada Dhruva program. It's a program designed for kids' self-empowerment and mindfulness meditation teaching. So I was introduced to meditation through my mom at my 9th grade. I have been practicing meditation from past 18 years. In my journey, I read a lot of books and listened to great masters, and they did lots of meditation. Therefore, I understood life sense really well. So, coming back to our program, this is 57 days program with first 12 days theory and followed by 45 days of inner journey program. We entered into 4th day of our wisdom sharing session. Wow, what a great journey going forward. And first day we learned about science of meditation from Venugopal Reddy sir from India. And second day, we came to know about 18 guiding principles, which is a great concept from Sheetal Pawar from Atlanta. And third day, we listened to Devi Chakka, it's me none about, about way to salvation and immortality. So before going forward to today's session, let me just remind you what do's and don'ts for this program, because it is completely a new program with certain rules, and we have to follow them to reap full-fledged benefits from this program. So respect this wonderful program and be punctual. Don't be late, and you have to attend each and every session. Don't miss even a single session. And please turn off your camera and be in mute while session is in progress. So raise your hand if you have any questions. Please be in touch with your group admins, and please ask if you have any doubts and you have any clarification from them. And please express your feelings in Zoom chat. Once you log in, please give your 100% attention to this program. Please don't listen to anything or doing some work and attending this program like that. Don't do like that. Please give your 100% attention to this program. Please do log in with your ID number followed by your full name. Questions of the participants roll number only will be taken. So raise your hand for any questions. Be in touch. So now coming back to today's agenda, we are going to have this session for 2 hours today. So first we have 1 hour of wisdom sharing session followed by 45 minutes meditation. After wisdom sharing session, we have a little time, 5 to 10 minutes for the question and answers. Then we'll go to meditation session for 45 minutes, followed by 15 minutes for experience sharing. And coming to today, what a wonderful day today. We are going to know about wisdom of great gurus. And we have a grand masters here to share her wisdom. And she is a form of Lakshmi, Parvati, and Saraswati. She is the great example for feminine energies. And she is the great example for unconditional love. Lot of healing and transformation take place just by her presence. And myself, I'm a great fan of her. She is none other than Mrs. Saroja Gullapalli. If I share all information about her, this 2 hours is not enough to introduce her. So I'm not able to do that. There is a lot to tell about her, but I will try to give a short and sweet introduction about her. So let me introduce Brahma Vidwan Mani Saroja Gullapalli. Is an engineer and former senior corporate professional from MNC in Melbourne, Australia. She is the founder of Saroja's self-empowerment platform. She is also an award-winning motivational speaker, holistic counselor, and author for the book, The Red Rose. It's a wonderful book. If you have a chance, please read that book. Inspired by Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji, she also is founder of Holistic Living Awareness Counseling Program. It's a wonderful program. Thousands of people got benefit from this program. And she received a victorious Multicultural Award of Excellence from Australian government in recognition of her meritorious service to the community. Take a bow, ma'am. And she was the chairperson at the 5th International Conference, Integrated Spirituality and Living in a Organizational Leadership in 2015 in Chicago. She has been doing community work from last 15 years under the umbrella of Saroja's self-empowerment platform. So as part of her community work, she has conducted over 100 hours of workshops and sessions, Australia and abroad. And this from the last 10 years. She has numerous support groups running around the globe. Huge fan following is there for her. In the last few months, she has inspired thousands of people all around the globe to reach within through her wisdom sharing sessions about the book, famous book, The Untold Story of Sita. And in three languages, English and Hindi and Telugu, she took these sessions. And those sessions telecasted in PMC channels. Her vision is to build community with individuals who believe in themselves and have miraculous thinking and aids to overall growth of humanity. And her mission is in life to live in the present with complete awareness, because the whole life existence only in this moment. So all participants come to this moment, and please, I am giving this over to Saroja Gullapalli, madam. Please, madam, shower your light on us and share your experience, share your wisdom with us. And I'm over to Saroja Gullapalli, madam. Thank you so much.
Thank you, my dearest Devi, for that beautiful introduction. I could not have done that much of justification for my own self. For Devi, belated happy birthday once again. Before we start this session today, I would like to pay my tributes to our beloved Guru, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patri sir, from the bottom of my heart. My dear friends, masters, and gods of the universe, I am Saroja Gullapalli. I live in Melbourne with my beautiful, loving family, my husband, a daughter, and a son. Before I start today's session, let me share just a few glimpses of my spiritual journey. My spiritual journey started on a beautiful afternoon of October 2002. I was in Chicago on a business meeting. It was on the last day of my 2 weeks meeting. Just in the middle of the meeting, I felt as though my life stopped, and 3 questions peered at me, masters. What am I doing? Why am I doing? Is this what life is all about? Mind that was always running came to a halt all of a sudden. I found myself in this new space of stillness. Out of stillness peered the same 3 questions to me, masters. I felt a void in me. I was being drawn into this void every moment. No thoughts, no emotions, no words, no actions. In the next few days, my first spiritual guru, my neighbor, came into my life, who taught me meditation, introducing bliss into my life instantaneously. In that first sitting of meditation that I did for 3 hours, masters, that was the beginning of my transformation. Though my journey started in Chicago in that meeting room, my dear masters. Shortly after that, Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patri sir and PSSM came into my life, which enhanced my life even more with his teachings on meditation, swadhyaya, and sajjana satsanga. Upon his suggestion and inspiration, I wrote the book Red Rose, My Spiritual Journey. Masters, I started my community work in 2006, where I started teaching meditation and do numerous workshops, as Devi has mentioned. Last year, I have quit my professional work to do my self-empowerment community work 100%. Since then, I have been busier than before, and that gives me great joy connecting with people and being of service to them. Thanks to the universe for giving me this opportunity. So today, Masters, I have been asked to talk about Guru and Guru's wisdom. What a great topic it is. You know what? I'm going to talk about a Guru who is always there with us, and about whom our beloved Patri Sir has trained us so well. So my dear friends, today I'm going to talk about our beloved Guru, our own breath, and the wisdom that we have received from this great Guru, our breath, my dear masters. So today, for the next 40 minutes, we are going to talk about our great Guru breath, who is always there with us. I'm sure most of you would have visited the PSSM website. As you open the website, the first thing that you come across, to silence the incessant chatter of our restless mind, we need the help of our Guru, the breath. If you need good health and great peace of mind, you need to surrender and connect with your Guru, the breath. You all must be practicing meditation for some time, my dear masters. What happens when we meditate? When we are with our breath, when we are with the breath energy, the mind becomes rather empty. Then there is a tremendous inflow of cosmic energy into this physical body. Gradually, the hitherto dormant third eye begins to become activated. And by, cosmic consciousness gets to be experienced. Before we talk further about our breath Guru, we need to understand some basic concepts of our life, my dear masters. We need to talk about what is an inner and what is an outer space. Your inner body is not solid, my dear masters, but it is spacious. It is not your physical form, but the life that animates this physical form, my dear masters. It is the intelligence that created and sustains this body, simultaneously coordinating hundreds of different functions which are so complex in this body that the human mind can only understand a tiny fraction of it. When you become aware of it, what is really happening is that the great intelligence that is flowing through you is becoming aware of itself. It is the elusive life that no scientist have ever found, because the consciousness that is looking for it is itself. My dear masters, lots of physicists, they have discovered that the apparent solidity of matter, it is an illusion created by our senses. And this includes our physical body too. This physical body which we perceive and think of as a form is nothing but 99.99% of which is actually empty space, my dear masters. This is how vast the space is between the atoms, compared to their size. And when you look within each atom again inside this body, there is as much space again. The physical body is no more than a misperception of who you are. In many ways, it's a microcosmic version of outer space. So if you have heard the word Brahmanda, universe, if you think that the external Brahmanda is a vast one, then my dear friends, be assured that the inner Brahmanda is equally vast. So your physical body, which is a form, reveals itself as essentially formless. As you go deeper into it, the more you realize that this form is slowly transcending into a formless. This physical body, it becomes a doorway into our inner space, into our inner universe. Although inner space has no form, my dear masters, but it's intensively alive. That empty space that I have been talking about inside this form is life. This is life in its fullness, the unmanifested source out of which all manifestation flows, my dear masters. So that void that we are talking, which is within us, is that unmanifested source out of which all the manifested world that you see flows out of it. And the traditional word for that source that we always hear, God, the consciousness, whatever name you call, the Parabrahma. Ask yourself at times, am I aware not only of what is happening at this moment, but also of the now itself as the living, timeless inner space in which everything is happening? So, Master, it's not the outside space that things are happening. It is this inner space that the whole manifestation is occurring every second. Although this question seems to have nothing to do with the inner body, you may be surprised that by becoming aware of the space of now, you suddenly feel more alive inside. You're feeling the aliveness of this inner body. The aliveness, that's the key part of the joy of just being, my dear masters. We have to enter the body to go beyond it and find out that we are not that. Isn't that a paradox, my dear masters? To go beyond the body, you have to enter and go inside the body. And you really want to find out what you are, then you have to go inside this body, my dear masters. As much as possible in everyday life, use awareness of that inner body to create space, my dear masters. Create more space. When you're waiting for something, when you're listening to someone, when you're pausing to look at the beautiful sky or a tree, a flower, your partner, your child, or whatever you're doing, feel the aliveness that is within you at the same time, masters. And slowly you start to realize that awareness that is there in your inner body. This means part of your attention or consciousness remains formless, and the rest is available for the outer world of form. So, masters, what I mean to say, whatever activity you're doing at any point of time, be always aware. A part of your awareness should be always turned inside. Whenever you inhabit your body in this way, and when you start living your life in this way, it serves as an anchor for staying present in the now, staying connected to the life, to the real inner space within you, masters. It prevents you from losing yourself in thinking, in emotions, or in any external situations. Discover that inner space. How do you discover the inner space? By creating gaps in the stream of thinking. There is a gap between any two thoughts, my dear masters, whether you realize it or not. Even two thoughts that are very close, there is always a gap within that. Without those gaps, your thinking becomes repetitive, uninspired, devoid of any creative spark, monotonous, which is how it still is for most of the people on the planet. We all think that we need to think all the time. We are not concerned with the gap because we think there is no gap, my dear masters. But there is always that tiny gap between your thoughts. You don't need to be concerned with the duration of the gap, how small it is, how big it is. A few seconds is good enough. Gradually, they will lengthen by themselves without any effort on your part, my dear masters. More important than their length is to bring them in frequently. Get connected to the gap between your thoughts frequently so that your daily activities and your stream of thinking becomes interspersed with space. Space is very important, my dear masters. Just as in music, between the notes, there is always a gap. Any music without the gap will not be worth hearing, my dear masters. That is how our thought patterns are too. Without space, without gap between those thoughts would be meaningless for us. And this is where our guru comes to help us, my dear masters. Being aware of our breathing, being aware of our guru, the breath, takes attention away from that repetitive thinking, my dear masters, and it creates that space that I was talking about, the gap between the thoughts. It is one way of generating that consciousness or aligning with that consciousness. Although the fullness of consciousness is already there as the unmanifested in you. But we are here to bring that consciousness into this dimension. So, my dear masters, what I mean to say is everything is perfect inside. The consciousness is fully at its work inside. But we need to be connected to that fully perfect consciousness of yours. Be aware of your breathing, my dear masters. Be always connected to your breath, guru. Notice the sensation of the breath. Everyone, each one of us has always lived with our breath. From the time we have taken birth to the time we leave this planet, we will always be with our breath. But are we noticing the sensation of the breath, my dear masters? Your breath is your biggest guru. Notice the sensation of the breath. Feel the air moving in and out of your body. Notice how the chest and abdomen expands and contracts slightly with the in and out of the breath. One conscious breath is enough to make some space where before was the uninterrupted succession of one thought after another in our mind. One conscious breath will make enough space for you between those thoughts, between two thoughts. If you can connect your breath once, if you can hold the feet of your Guru breath once, it will make that space between two thoughts. One conscious breath, my dear masters. 2 or 3 is even better. But even once in a while, if you can take one conscious breath, and if you can do that many times a day, this is an excellent way of bringing space into our lives, masters. And this is what we are lacking in the current day of humanity. Lacking space. Repetitive thinking, masters. We have to hold the feet of our breath guru to bring that change in our life. Even if you meditated on your breathing for a couple of hours, which some of us do, if you can do one conscious breath at one time, that's all you ever need to be aware of. The rest is memory of anticipation that you're going to have a thought now, or you're going to have the next thought. Breathing isn't really something that you do, masters. You don't have to consciously thinking that, come on, I have to breathe. Like if you have to drink a glass of water, you have to think. You feel thirsty, you take a glass, you go to the tap, fill it and drink it. So you consciously do that. But breathing isn't like that, my dear masters. It is not something that you do, but it is something that you witness as it happens, my dear masters. With breathing, you only are a witness, a sakshi. Breathing happens by itself. The breath guru is already taken control of the breathing. It's already happening. The intelligence within the body is doing it. The intelligence within you is part of that universal consciousness, the universal intelligence. That is already doing what is required for your breathing. All you have to do is watch it happening. Be a witness to it, my dear masters. There is no strain or effort involved. There is absolutely no effort. If I'm saying there is a show going on the road, go and watch it. Does watching create any effort for you? Is it a strainful exercise? No, my dear masters. If watching and witnessing is not a great effort, then witnessing our breath is such a simple effort. When you notice your breath, when you witness your breath, notice the brief cessation of the breath, particularly the still point at the end of the out breath before you start breathing in again. What I mean to say, masters, when you are witnessing your breath guru, when you are observing your breath guru, how do you observe it? With great respect. That's what you do. If a guru is there in front of you, how respectful you should be. That is the kind of respect we should pay for this breath guru. So how do we pay respect to our breath guru? When we notice our breath, we need to see when we have started inhaling breath, we pause and then we exhale. This is the pattern of breathing, my dear masters. The cycle goes with breathing in, inhale. Then there is an automatic pause. Then we exhale. And then there is an automatic pause, my dear masters. So when you are noticing and observing your breath, respectfully, you are at the feet of your breath guru. You carefully notice the air that moves inside the nostrils. You carefully observe when it stops. You carefully follow your breath when it goes through your exhale cycle. You carefully notice when it stops. How do you notice that? Many people in the beginning of this journey, they always have this question. Yes, we want to hold the feet of our breath guru, but how do we do it? Very easy, masters. If there are many masters here who are new to meditation, or have just stepped upon this beautiful journey of meditation, here is a small tip, my dear masters. This part is called the breath triangle. You see this 2-finger space between the nose and the upper lip is called the breath triangle. There is a triangle, my dear masters. So when you have closed your eyes and when you're inhaling, so if you want to notice your breath guru, then feel for the sensation of cold air that touches this breath triangle when you're inhaling. Don't have to worry anywhere else. This is the first point where your guru enters in. Pay homage. If your guru is entering your house, what will you do? You will go to your front door and greet him there. Will you wait for him in the kitchen? No. You will go to the front door with bowed head, with all the reverence in the heart, and you will receive him at the front gate. This is the front gate of your bodily house, my dear masters. You should be waiting here for your breath guru. So this is the small tip, if I can share with you. When you sit to receive this breath guru, focus on this breath triangle. With closed eyes, when you're receiving your breath guru, you will feel the cold, tingling sensation in this breath triangle. That is when you bow your head in your mind and welcome your breath guru. Then you carefully wait. When you exhale, you will again feel the warm, exhausting air from your nostrils on your breath triangle. It is that simple, my dear masters. Many people always ask this question, how do we follow the breath? How do we observe the breath? It is as simple as that. If you just observe this little breath triangle, the feeling of the cold air is your guru entering your house. The feeling of the warm air is your guru saying, I'll come back again. It's as simple as that, my dear masters. Many people's breath is unnaturally shallow. We have forgotten what a deep breath is, my dear masters. People who do yoga, they are being taught and trained how to do deep breath because we have forgotten. As human race, we have forgotten how to be connected with our breath. We don't even realize how to do it. Most of our breath is so shallow, it just goes in and out, my dear masters. It doesn't even touch those umpteen cells in your body where it really needs to go and touch. The more you are aware of your breath guru, my dear masters, the more its natural depth will re-establish itself. The more you keep observing your breath, the more deeper it keeps going in and in, out and out. As it keeps going in, my dear masters, it starts touching all the cells in your body. And when your breath guru touches all those khanas, those cells in your body, they all rejuvenate, activate themselves, and reheal your entire body. My dear masters, it is so important to understand the depth of your breath, because breath has no form as such. What do I mean, breath has no form? Can you even think of a shape of a breath? No. Is there a color? No. And hence, it is such a great guru. Having a formless guru is the best way to be connected throughout your life, because that guru will never distract you. He or she will always keep you on the track, my dear master. And because breath has no form as such, since ancient times, it's been equated with the spirit, the formless one life. The breath has got its connection with that formless universe, the consciousness. It has been said, God formed man of dust from the ground and breathed into his nostrils the breath of life, and the man became a living creature. So what do you understand from this ancient saying is that the man was first made, but it was like an inanimate object or a toy till the breath of life was breathed into his nostrils. My dear friends, the German word for breathing is Atmen, A-T-M-E-N, and it's derived from the ancient Sanskrit word Atma, spelt as A-T-M-A-N, meaning the indwelling divine spirit of God within. The fact that breath has no form is one of the reasons why breath awareness is an extremely effective way of bringing space into your life, of generating consciousness. Because masters, you must have known by now, when you meditate, you do not want to meditate on any object. Why? Because when you meditate on an object, you have to think about the object. You have to picturize the object. So what is happening? Your mind is functioning fully. If you have to chant something, then your mind has to come into play because you have to bring into memory what you want to chant. So your mind is in play. When your mind is in play, then you're not in meditation, my dear friends. Meditation means going beyond your mind. And hence, you have to pick a guru which is beyond sound, which is beyond color, which is beyond shape, that can take you beyond this mind, my dear masters. And hence, the fact that breath has no form is one of the reasons why breath awareness is an extremely effective way of bringing space into our life. It is an excellent meditation object, precisely because it's not an object. It has no shape, no form. The other reason is that, my dear masters, breath is one of the most subtle and seemingly insignificant phenomena. You don't have to think much about breathing. And it is the least thing which gives you the best happiness. Whether or not you practice breath awareness as an actual formal meditation is up to you. Formal meditation is no substitute for bringing space conscious into everyday life. If you focus on the breath while doing meditation, great. But even otherwise, being connected to the breath every moment will connect you to that inner space within you, my dear masters. Being aware of your breath forces you into the present moment, which is the key to all inner transformation. Whenever you're conscious of the breath, you're absolutely present. You may also notice that you cannot think and be aware of your breathing. You cannot do both the things same time. Conscious breathing stops your mind. But far from being in a trance or half asleep, you're fully awake and highly alert. You're not falling below thinking, my dear masters, you're rising above it. But if you look more closely, you will find that those two things, coming fully into the present moment and stopping thinking without loss of consciousness, they are actually one and the same. The rising of the space consciousness. You all must have heard the great saying of our beloved master, when you are with your breath, the mind becomes empty. My dear masters, you're all embarking into this great inner journey program. And one word you will repeatedly hear in this inner journey is awareness, awareness, be aware throughout the program. Every day, every couple of minutes, you will be reminded of being aware. What is this awareness, my dear masters? Most people spend their entire life imprisoned with the confines of their own thoughts. They never go beyond a narrow, mind-made, personalized self which is always conditioned by the past. In each of us, there is a dimension of consciousness far deeper than the thought. It is the very essence of who you are. We can call that as awareness. In the ancient teachings, this is what that was called the Christ or the Buddha within. And that is what is awareness, my dear masters. The stream of thinking has enormous momentum and it can drag you along with it. Every thought pretends that I matter the most. Every thought wants your attention, my dear masters. The thinking mind is it's a useful and powerful tool, but it's also very limiting when it takes over your life completely, when you don't realize that it's only a small aspect of the consciousness that you are. Whenever you are immersed in a compulsive thinking, my dear masters, you are avoiding what is the consciousness. You are avoiding here and now. You don't want to be in the present moment, and hence you're engaging in the compulsive thinking. What is this basic delusion, my dear masters? Identification with thought. Spiritual awakening is awakening from the dream of thought. Thinking that is not rooted in awareness becomes self-serving and dysfunctional, of no use, my dear masters. The next step in human evolution is to transcend thought, to go beyond thought. This is our urgent task on this planet. It doesn't mean that not think anymore, but it means simply not to be completely identified with thought or possessed with thought. Feel the energy of your inner body. Immediately, all the mental noise slows down around you. Feel it in your hands, your feet, your abdomen, your chest. Feel the life that you are, the life that animates the body, my dear masters. The body then becomes a doorway, so to speak, into a deeper sense of aliveness underneath these fluctuating emotions and your thought process. Another simple but highly effective way of finding space in your life is closely linked to your breath, your guru breath. You will find that by feeling the subtle flow of air in and out of the body, as well as the rise and fall of your chest with every breath, you're also becoming aware of that inner body, my dear masters. Your attention may shift from the breath to that aliveness that you're feeling within, which is diffused throughout your body. Take 2 or 3 conscious breaths, my dear masters. Now see if you can detect a subtle sense of aliveness that pervades your entire body. Take a couple of breaths, my dear masters, and see how you feel. Conscious breaths. Can you feel your body from within? If you start feeling every part of your body, feel your hands. You can feel your breath in your hands, my dear masters. Feel your feet. You can feel your breath in your feet, my dear masters. Close your eyes and feel your abdomen, your chest, your neck, your head, your lips. Every part, if you start slowly observing them with every breath, you will see life in them. Then become aware of the whole inner body as a whole. First, start doing this practice in parts, my dear masters, and then feel the life with every part. And once you're used to that, become aware of the whole body. You may want to close your eyes initially when you do this practice, which is very effective. And once you feel your body entirely, the whole breath goes like waves up and down. And the life in your body, you can just see a rising, falling, rising, falling. So start this exercise and close your eyes and do it initially, masters. And once you can feel your whole body, you can then open your eyes, look around, and then you can still do this exercise even with open eyes. When you get so well connected with your breath, Guru, you can feel the life in every cell of your body, my dear masters. I remember once My friend saying to me about one of the incidents that happened to him. He said, someone recently showed me the annual prospectus of a large spiritual organization. And my friend said, when I looked through that prospectus, I was so impressed by the wide choice of interesting seminars and workshops throughout the prospectus. And then the person who showed the prospectus asked my friend, how do you like it? And then my friend looked through the prospectus and said, I don't know. They all look so interesting. But one thing I will tell you, you should add this. Be aware of your breathing as often as you're able to, whenever you remember. Do that for 1 year, and it'll be more powerfully transformative than attending any of the courses that's there on this prospectus. And all the more, it is free, my dear masters. This breath guru is at our doorstep, free of any cost, always there, ready to be of our service. What a great guru we have had throughout our life. My dear masters, if you have ever have a chance to go through the PSSM website, there is so much written about this great breath guru by our beloved Master Patriji. If you want to understand the science of soul, then you have to follow your guru breath and understand what is breath energy. Breath is our life. There is no life without breath. Breath energy is the supreme energy. Everyone requires this energy. Plants, trees, animals, birds, humans, all require this breath energy. However, this breath energy is more spiritually essential for the humans. But how do we get to know the breath energy? How do we feel its essence? The way is to try to become intimately aware of the natural flow of breath. To experience breath energy, we have to be with the breath. But how? And our master says, here is the methodology. Don't take long or short breath. Keep only to natural, normal, soft and easy breath. When we become one with this natural and easy breath, automatically our mind begins to become rather empty. When the mind becomes more or less empty, we begin to get abundant inflow of cosmic energy. Soon, something called as the third eye gets activated, ultimately making us realize our soul's true potential. Similar to our two physical eyes, my dear masters, we also have a third eye. And like our physical body, we also have an astral body. All this is understood only through the process of breath meditation. When we learn to place our total and undivided attention on breath, it is called meditation. And with more and more practice of regular meditation, we understand the total scope of the science of meditation. Through meditation, we can see our past and the future. Knowing the main milestones of our past, we come to understand that we have changed many bodies and that we have passed through many varied up and down life experiences. Finally, we realize that we are not body, we are soul. I am Atma Brahma. Aham Brahmasmi. Tattvamasi. That means we begin to understand concept like we are everything. We are eternal. The whole subject that we are talking is called the soul science, my dear masters. Through breath energy, we understand the science of meditation, which is called Dhyana Shastra. And through Dhyana Shastra alone, we understand the science of soul or Atma Shastra. Only after having a firm grasp of soul science can we begin to understand the basic elements of day-to-day life and living. How to speak properly, righteously, how to eat properly, righteously, how to feel properly, how to touch properly, how to walk properly. In fact, each and every point of our life, one by one, we start relearning, my dear masters. All this is nothing but enlightenment, and which is also called spirituality. My dear masters, we learn so much through this Guru, the breath Guru, who never leaves us, whether we are conscious of it or not, whether we pay respect to it or not. What a great Guru each of us has got. And thanks to Patri sir for reminding us of this great breath Guru every minute. Thank you very much. My dear Devi Master, I'm handing it over to you. If there are any questions, I'm more than happy to take it.
Oh my God, ma'am. There is no words to say anything about this session. What a wonderful session. I filled with immense breath. You taught us how to breathe, ma'am. What kind of respect we have to pay towards our breathing, which we took for granted. Actually, that is the wonderful thing. And if you take any normal session like Gurus, teachers, and wisdom, we have missed a lot of wisdom from this session. Thank you so much for choosing the breath Guru, ma'am. Actually, we just changed the way we breathe from this session. I I thought each and every one on this planet have to listen this session, madam. And you
Thank you
did
so much.
much from the white to from the molecules and atoms to the Brahmanda. How that Brahmanda is an our Pindanda. What a beautiful explanation, madam. I never heard this kind of explanation about our breath, our Guru. If we understand our Guru within us, we are able to understand all Gurus exist in this world, madam. And
Sama.
thank you. Thank you so much for choosing our breath Guru. And there is no words. You make me helpless because I want to note some important points. After 5 minutes, I just left because I need to write each and every point of this session if I want to make important notes out of this. It's each and every letter of this session is important. I want to listen this session again and again and again until I am be aware of each and every breath. I want to put some part of my awareness in my breath completely 24 hours rest of my life. So what a wonderful knowledge, ma'am, and what a wonderful method we are doing, being with our breath. You make us and we take us completely another level of understanding about our meditation method, ma'am. Thank you so much. And
Thank you.
participant, if you have any doubts, please raise your hand. And there is a wonderful chance we have 10 minutes of time for question and answers. There is a great Brahma Vidvanmani. It is our honor and it is our privilege to have her in this platform today. Please raise your hands. I will unmute yourself. And please, Praveen Rakula. Please, ma'am, unmute yourself.
Hello, can you
And
hear me?
yes, yes, Andy. Unmute your.
Yeah.
Please turn on your camera and ask your question.
Okay. Uh, it says
Uh,
host has stopped it, so that's fine. I mean, I just want to ask a quick question. Okay.
Okay, thank you. Your camera is on.
Yeah.
Please.
Thank you
Hello,
very
Praveen.
much. Namaste, Saroja ma'am. Really, really
Namaste.
wonderful for enlightening us about the breath. And I was also doing some sort of research about the meditation and other stuff. Exactly what you have mentioned about the atoms and molecules. In my research, what I've found was when we go deep into the meditation, we find ourselves closely connected to the atoms, and inside atoms, we have the entire universe, and the universe is inside the atom. That's what I understood, and this is the same thing which Lord Krishna has shown to her mother. So, is this really true, ma'am? Like, is this really true? And if it is so, then how long does it take? I know it depends on person to person and it takes time, but I would like just to understand like how well practicing can we attain to that kind of a state. If you can please let me know. That's all I would like to know.
Great question, Praveen. First of all, congratulations for even thinking about these things. As you said, you have been researching for some time. It really makes me very, very happy that you have such kind of interest, and it's not just superficial. You are now talking into the science of spirituality. So kudos to you. I'm really happy that
Thank
you
you.
asked such a
I'm
great
honored.
question, Praveen. First of all, I'll try to answer your question in two ways. Number one, you asked as a question, is it true? And the answer is yes. Exactly what Krishna Paramatma told us in Vishwarupam. That is exactly there is a big Brahmanda. It's much more vaster than what you're seeing outside with your naked eye, Praveen. There is nothing that we really can comprehend with these two physical eyes. When you close your eyes and get connected to that great supreme Guru breath, that breath, when it takes you to every cell in your body, you realize that each cell is a great universe within. And you get lost in that small universe when you connect to that. Now, how long will that take? Let me give you an easy answer. You may feel very good, Praveen.
Okay.
You have embarked on this great journey, which you call inner journey, isn't it?
Yes.
Let me not steal the thunder, because you will be taken on this journey. And if you really can connect to your breath, the reason I picked this topic, breath, is throughout your inner journey, one thing that you will be asked to do is be aware, be aware, be aware. And the question comes, what do I be aware of? Sometimes the same thing, because we are so used to, we sit in meditation and we lose track and we go into a trance. And many times we lose time, but you will see that this awareness needs effort. Like how you asked, being connected to every breath does not come that easily. It takes a lot of focus. If you can keep that focus, you can get down to that Anda Pinda Brahmanda level.
Okay.
How much time it takes depends on your spiritual journey, my dear masters. I don't know your past lives. I don't know where you left it, where you picked it. But the answer is yes, it is true.
Yeah, a small thing. Like I started this meditation from my guru, like 13 years back, but I was not doing continuously. But when I started this, I started feeling my breath till my abdomen. Like I could feel the entire breath touching my stomach and going out from my lungs and through my nostril. And unfortunately, am very sad to say that I'm unable to feel that kind of breath these days. Probably because earlier I was bachelor and other stuff. Now I'm married, and things like my responsibilities have grown up. Earlier, I used to feel that in my stomach. Okay, my breath is getting connected to the stomach. Okay, I felt it is inside my stomach. Now I can feel it is going outside my nostril. But now I'm unable to do that. I cannot even feel here. But is there any better way or anything that?
It is. So, Praveen, I'm laughing because you will understand in my answer. When you were alone, Praveen, you could sit and meditate for hours, and you had very little distraction on your mind. So it is much more easy to feel your breath. You only felt till the abdomen. If you really put some more effort, Praveen, you could have even seen your breath going till the last point of your toe. Because when I teach people healing meditation, I teach them to visualize that breath, and slowly they start feeling whichever part is hurting, to send your breath to that part. You can really feel it. For example, in one of my counselings, one of my friends had broken arm. Okay, fine. It was healing, but pain was quite a lot. So in the healing meditation, she was practicing along with me how to push breath to that part of the body so she can feel it. And she overcame her pain. So the answer to your question is, it's not only till abdomen, you can push it anywhere you want. But for that, respect to the Guru, because Guru breath is always there. Now, the second part of your question. Now you have come into the real life, my dear master. Now you are in Madhya Margam. All this time you are happily managing your own affair. Madhya Margam means you be in this world and also be outside this world. So now you are in the real life. You got a family. You are in this materialistic world. At the same time, You have to do that witness mode, Sakshi Tattva. How can you do that Sakshi being an object? You can be in the middle of the dirt, but you can be like that lotus which is in the dirt, but can still be so clean. How? By breath awareness. In my workshops, Praveen, this is what we have done. We have done a series of awareness workshops where the only thing I have taught or I have taken the session on is be in the middle of mud. And how do we remove ourselves? By being aware. So
Yes.
awareness is the only thing, Praveen. Be aware of every emotion that comes out. Why you're not able to focus on your abdomen? Because when you sit in meditation, before it was easy, but now you sit, there will be so many emotions going through. So when you start observing every emotion that rises, it will settle down, Praveen. It will take
Okay.
time, but my word, you will be able to go back to the same intense meditation.
Thank
All
you.
the
Thank
best,
you.
my dear friend.
Yeah, it's called Royal Middle Path. So yeah, I would like to give chance to others. So thank you very much, ma'am. Thank you. I
You're
really
welcome.
appreciate it.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for wonderful explanation. And one more question from chat is, what is that Padma?
Padmanabhasthiti?
Yeah, Padmanabhasthiti. What is that Padmanabhasthiti from chat?
I am so grateful to this universe. I was about to include that in my session, but I looked at the time and I thought I won't, but universe knew that I had to do this. Thank you, master, whoever has asked it. This Padmanabha Sthiti is a beautiful, beautiful breathing technique, my dear masters. I will take 1 minute to show you. First, let me talk about this Padmanabha Sthiti. So, my dear masters, during this time of COVID, when the whole world was going through so much panic and chaos and saying, how do we get back our immunity system? Because what was happening in the COVID was everywhere. It was, if the immunity is down, then you are more susceptible to any kind of infection. So at that time, I started teaching my whole groups, like I have multiple groups on my self-empowerment platform, and I started teaching them how to practice healing breathing. The day when I was preparing for this healing breathing, I had this intuition and the inner voice came out and it said, this is what is Padmanabha Sthiti. And hence the Padmanabha Kriya, which I am going to teach you, will help you. This is called healing breathing technique. It increases your autoimmune system. So there is, your world is surrounded by viruses. You have no control on your external environment. But if you do this healing breathing, my dear masters, you can control your inner environment. So as I show, you all can practice at your own space. So this is a cycle, masters, like how I said, a breath cycle. So we start with taking an inhale. When you are inhaling, you count for 4. So now start with me and inhale for 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Now pause for 4. Sorry, pause for 2. That means don't inhale or exhale. 1, 2. Now exhale for 6 counts. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now pause for 2 counts. No exhale, no inhale. 1, 2. So I'll show you one more cycle, master, so that there is no confusion when you do it. When you inhale 4 counts, pause for 2 counts, exhale for 6 counts, pause for 2 counts. Do with me once again. Inhale, 1, 2, 3, 4. Please stop. 1, 2. Exhale. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause for 2. 1, 2. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Pause for 2. 1, 2. Exhale for 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Pause for 2. 1, 2. So if you do at least 10 cycles of this breath every day, my dear masters, your autoimmune system goes quite well because your heart is beating at a very good rate. and it reaches a homeostatic state, which is very good for your autoimmune system. So during this COVID time, I have taught this Padmanabha Sthiti, this kriya, to so many people, and it has been helping. So thanks for whichever master asked this question. Thank you for reminding. Thanks, Devi.
Thank you so much, madam. This technique will help lot of people. We may take this short video and upload separately because it will circulate really well. Just while you're explaining, I have that. And thank you so much, madam. And now we are moving forward to meditation. But ma'am, if you have time, please stay with us after meditation. There is many people trying to talk you. They're very curious to ask some questions. If you have some time, please take some questions after meditation session, ma'am. And in chat, there is so many gratitude to madam, and so many uh, uh, their heartfelt gratitude to because of today's session. They felt really good. They have a lot of clarity about breath, and they came to know. Actually, in this session, you explained really well what we are going to do in inner journey process, ma'am. Actually, it is wonderfully covered with that as well. So thank you so much, ma'am. Please stay with us. If you here, I will over to you again after this session for some questions, ma'am.
Sure. Let me thank you, Devi. Let me thank all the viewers on this platform. And I just saw a question popping up. Madam, where can we get our workshop? So my YouTube channel is Saroja Self-Empowerment Workshops. Very easy. All my workshops videos are there, my dear masters. Feel free. If you have any question, I'm always there. And have a great life. And don't leave the feet of your breath guru. You will never go wrong with it. And thanks for giving me this opportunity, Devi, and all the organizers on this platform. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. With great respect to the Mrs. Saroja Gulapalli, Madam, Brahma Vidwanmani. She's the Brahma Vidwanmani. So that's how she would talk like that. It's really, that's an amazing. After hearing this session, if you do meditation with that that feeling of the great gratitude and respect towards our guru breath, it's going to amazing. So now I am over to Pratima to take this session over and start meditation. Please, we want to meditate now for 45 minutes. And over to Pratima. Please, Pratima, turn on your camera.
Thank you, Devi. Let us start the meditation. Friends, let us all sit in a comfortable posture. Clasp your hands. Close your eyes. Relax your body. Relax your head. Take a deep breath and slowly release the breath out. And observe your breath while releasing it.
A small request, Pratima. Can you please talk a little loud? Voice is really low.
Sure, Devi. Am I audible clear now?
Yes. Please make little louder. Okay.
Okay. Let us not lie down. Let us sit up straight and feel very comfortable in your body. Friends, let us invite the masters. Let us all sit in the crystalline golden love light pyramid, which is an astral pyramid. Let us all believe we all are holding each other's hand and sitting in a circular form. Friends, let us observe the group energies flowing through each one of us. Let us invite the masters, Mahavtar Babaji, Patri Sir, Lord Shiva, Yogananda Paramahamsa, Sadananda Yogi, Yoga Mata, Parvati Mata, Jesus Christ, Mata, Prakriti Mata. Let us all connect to the masters from our heart to their heart. Let us all feel the energies, friends. Let us connect to the central sun, which is the abundant source of energy. Let's all feel the abundant energy flow within ourselves and passing through the entire group. Observe the energy flow within us, friends. Let us all open ourselves completely from the cells and connect to the universe. Let us all invite the universal abundant energy pass through our body and flow into the Mother Earth. Let us not limit ourselves. We all are open to the eternal energy, abundant energy. Friends, let us surrender ourselves to the Masters and be in complete acceptance for whatever the process they want to do within ourselves. Allow them, friends. The group energies are raising up a beautiful experience. Be in awareness, friends, and witness the energy flow and the process happening within ourselves. No mind, friends, no thinking, no imagination. Let us turn off the mind and be in presence and witness the energy flow within us. Allow the love energies flowing through us into every cell. Let us all feel the love and compassion energies flowing through us. Our entire body is filling with love energies. Let us be open, friends. No mind, no calculations. Just witness the process. Witness the sensations in your body. Witness the energy flow through your Brahmarandhra, which is at the center of our head. All we are connected to each other through our heart chakra. We all are feeling that love and compassion passing through our heart chakra. No thoughts, friends. Every thought and emotion released will be felt by everyone in the group as we all are connected as one. Observe your breath and witness the energy flow. Let us feel the presence of our Purnatma. Let us all connect to the Purnatma, our Purnatmas, and feel the presence and energy of our Purnatma. Our heart is getting opened and flowing out the compassion and love energies. Masters are helping us to connect to this abundant universal energies. Friends, let us all surrender to the Masters with open mind and experience the flow of abundant universal cosmic energy flowing from our body into the Mother Earth. Let us allow every cell to experience this process. Let us all be in awareness and witness what is happening within ourselves. There is an astral crystal pyramid on each one of us, on top of our head. Friends, let us all connect to that astral crystal pyramid and receive the energies from that. What an abundant flow of energies. We all can feel the sensation and heaviness in our head, and some pulling sensation near our third eye. Let us all connect to those crystal pyramids, friends, and receive the energies through that. The complete universal energies are tapping into us through the crystal pyramids, friends. Let us all be in awareness and witness the energy flow. Let us all be in silence and experience the energy in our body. Many masters from different star worlds are visiting us to help in this process, friends. Let us all surrender to those masters. Let us all connect to the masters from our heart chakra to their heart chakra and experience their presence and energies. Be in awareness, friends, and feel the energies and sensations in our body so that we would know what is happening within ourselves. Let us all be completely open to the universe and the masters and experience this process and energy flow and the sensations in our body. Last 3 minutes, friends. Do not limit ourselves. Do not judge. Do not calculate. Be in complete acceptance. We could feel the beautiful sensations in our chest, the heart chakra, the universal love energies are flowing out through everyone's heart chakra onto the Mother Earth. Let us all experience that, friends. Last 1 minute, friends. Let us all thank all the masters who helped us in process. Let us all thank Mahavtar Babaji, Lord Shiva, Patri Sir, Sadananda Yogi, Yogananda Paramahamsa, Yoga Mata, Parvati Mata, Bhumata, Prakriti Mata, and all the starlight beings who are with us today and helped us experience this process and receive an abundant universal energies. Let us all thank to our Purnatmas from the bottom of our heart. Thank you, thank you. Friends, let us keep our hands on our eyes for 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Slowly open your eyes whenever you are ready.
Thank you so much, Pratima, for your wonderful guidance. What a wonderful session. We experienced a lot of energies and having a lot of bliss under your guidance. Thank you so
Devi.
much.
Thank you, each and everyone in this group. Everyone's energies really helped us today to connect to the universe. Thank you, friends. Thank you.
And Thank you so much, Pratima, for a wonderful session. And friends, what a wonderful day today. And we have our amazing session from Saroja Gullapalli madam. Now we have Sar here. Pati Sar is going to be here. Our Grand Master Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patiji going to be here in few minutes. And before Sar would join, is there anyone want to share your experience? Okay. Oh, thank you, ma'am. Saroja Gullapalli, ma'am, joined again. Ma'am, sir will join in a few seconds. Please be with us. And
Sure. I'm here, Devi. I'm back.
yes,
Thank you.
thank you so much, madam. And Kirti, can you please unmute yourself and share your experience with us?
Thank you so much for giving me the opportunity to talk. Thank you so much, Saroja ma'am. I was really struggling to understand what is the power of now. With your explanation, I could clearly understand. And my question is, during my meditation, I stop breathing. That's what I feel. May I know why that happens?
Okay, so sorry, what was the name? I didn't get your name.
Kirti.
Kirti, that's a very common phenomena that happens in meditation. In the beginning, we are quite aware of our breath, but after some time, what happens is you become one with the breath. When you are one with something, you won't find the difference between you and that something. So that is what is happening, Amma, with you. You are doing that breath meditation so well that breath is becoming part of you, or you are becoming one with the Guru. So great. It's happening very well for you.
Thank you so much.
You're welcome.
Thank you so much, madam. And another one is Nagalata. Can you please, Yen Ragalata, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question? And turn on your video.
Hello.
Yes, please talk a little louder.
Hello, ma'am. Namaste.
Yes, I'm here.
Hello.
Hello, I'm here. Saroja Gullapalli, I'm here.
Hello. Today's meditation is very wonderful, madam. Hello.
That's fantastic. Pratima, madam. This
Thank
one
you,
is for
ma'am.
you.
Thank you, ma'am.
Pratima, madam. Very thankful to you.
Thank you,
Today's
Ragalata,
meditation is
ma'am.
very great.
Thank you.
This type of experience I got at Himalayas.
Wow, wonderful, ma'am. Thank you so much.
Thank you, ma'am.
And I would like to invite and announce our Grand Master Brahmarshi Pitamaha Patriji is here. Sari is here with us. And welcome, sir. Very warm welcome. We are blessed to have you again today for some time with us. And myself, I'm Devi. I'm hosting today. I just inform you a little what happened. Today we had a wisdom session from Brahma Vidwanmani Saroja Gullapalli ma'am. She explained and she took amazing session about our breath, our first guru, our guru with us, our breath, and she explained really well. And we know a lot of wisdom about breath and how we would be respectful towards our breath and everything. And then Pratima guide us for 45 minutes of meditation. After that, we just done with two questions. Participants want to ask some questions to Saroja Gullapalli madam. Madam address those questions. And now I'm giving this over to you, sir. Please take this session. Welcome.
Good afternoon, welcome. Saroja ma'am.
Namaste, sir. So nice to see you, sir. My pranams to you.
So you are
Today
in
I
USA?
had
You are in USA. When did you
Yes,
go to
sir.
USA?
Sir, the whole world is one now, sir. You're in USA, I'm in USA. Today I had the pleasure to talk about our breath guru, sir. You always told us right from the beginning, breath is your guru. So today in the wisdom sharing, I took that topic, our closest guru, breath.
Yes, that's the best topic I would always love to think about and talk about.
Yes, sir. Yeah, in my spiritual journey, learned so much about this breath, sir. So much we take it for granted. The whole world is there in the breath, sir.
And how are things in Melbourne?
Victoria is in curfew, sir. Our state is in curfew because the number of cases were over 100. Now they have come down to 15, 20, 30. Maybe next week they'll take the curfew out. But otherwise, rest of the country is COVID-free, sir.
India, so much COVID is there, but nobody is bothered about COVID also. We are
Yes,
highly
sir.
spiritual. Don't bother about death.
We are all in Madhya Marga. Doesn't matter. Go Sakshi mode.
Whether we are on the earth or not, we don't bother.
Yes, sir. Yes,
we are on
sir.
the planet, okay. We are not on the planet, we are equally okay.
Yes. That is true, sir.
That is our philosophy.
Yes.
So, in spite of the huge pandemic here, everybody is basically happy.
Yes, sir. Sir, for our spiritual community, we were happy throughout the COVID time, sir. We were never bothered what was going on outside.
Yes, yes.
We all traveled inside, sir.
Yes, go ahead with the questions to Saroja ma'am. I'm here to hear.
Okay, sir.
Thank you, sir.
Okay, sir. I will forward those questions to Saroja ma'am. And Saha Patil, can you please unmute yourself and ask your question to Saroja ma'am?
Can you unmute yourself, my dear? I can't hear your question.
Please unmute yourself.
Namaste, everyone. Namaste, Patrici.
Madam, there is noise in your headphones. Can you please put it properly? Check that connection and talk again. Or else just take them off.
Namaste, everyone. Is it clear now? Am I audible?
Yeah, it's better.
Yeah, it's a new experience for me. Actually, my brother introduced me to this meditation inner journey process, and I'm very new. I'm feeling really good and very light whole day. As the day passed, before I never used to feel good as the day passes, but now till the end of the day, I'm feeling very energetic. I'm feeling really good. Sometimes I'll be having a lot of stiffness, pain in my shoulder, and sometimes I feel like my head is falling off. I will be not in a sleep mode or something. I'm aware I could hear the sound which is around, but sometimes I feel like my head is like suddenly it fell down and I'm feeling really light.
Yes, madam. It is one of the meditational experiences we all go through, madam. So as you start doing meditation and you start learning about meditation, you will come to know the various experience phases that we go through when we start meditation. Number of experience, madam. First, your body becomes light, head becomes heavy. So these are different experiences. As you go forward, madam, you will face or you will go through much more exciting experiences, could be different experiences. Don't judge any experience, madam. And don't even worry if the same experience doesn't come again. It is okay. Everything is okay. Just Be with your breath. That is the most important thing, madam. As long as you can be with your breath, that is it. Heavy head, no problem. Light head, no problem. You're seeing colors, no problem, madam. Just
Yes,
keep
yes,
doing.
yes.
You're on the right path. You are on the right path.
Many day-to-day thoughts will be coming around during meditation. I don't know, like
Yes.
day-to-day thoughts, like I'm feeding my kid or something. I'm
Mm.
doing my daily chores.
Yeah. See, madam, when I went through my session today on our breath guru, I told you how our mind is.
Yeah.
That is how we have trained it, madam, before we came into meditation. That is the life we led, keeping our mind occupied with unnecessary thoughts. We don't even require those thoughts, but we don't know what to do. So if we are free, then think.
Think,
If you
yeah.
have got nothing else to do, think. We want to keep our brain occupied, our mind occupied. That is the life we lived. But now you have stepped on to the life of meditation. Slowly, you will start being aware of your thoughts. Anything starts with awareness, madam. If you are uncomfortable with anything, like for example, at this stage, you are thinking, oh my God, I am sitting in meditation. So many thoughts are coming. The minute you are aware that you are getting thoughts, that is the first step, madam. Awareness is the first step to overcoming. So you have already made the start. You have realized that when you sit in meditation, your thoughts are coming. So what will happen? Even outside meditation, you will be very careful about what kind of thoughts you are having all throughout the day. So it's not just during meditation the spirituality comes, madam. It comes even outside your meditation, how you lead your life, your thoughts, your emotions. Slowly everything will change. Your life will take a turn and you will be aware of everything, madam. Awareness is the key to everything. So great start. You're aware of your thoughts. Give yourself a big pat on your back.
Thank you.
Sir, you want to add anything, sir? Patri, sir?
Nothing. Nobody can add anything after you speak.
Oh my God.
Namaste, Patriji. You had been to be there to my house. My brother is Dr. Kiran Patel.
Okay, okay, okay.
He introduced me. He sent me the form very last day.
Okay, okay.
Thank you so much. Thank you so
Oh,
much that I'm part of this.
that's it, that's it, that's it. Nice to see you. Nice to see you, Baba.
Same here, same here. Thank you.
Continue with your meditation. Yes.
Sure, sure, I will do.
Strongly.
Thank you so much, Sahana ma'am. Because of your question, not only you, many people get clarification from their doubts. Thank you so much. And
One more last thing, ma'am. Last thing. Like from couple of days, I wanted to ask, while traveling in a car or in a flight, can we do meditation, or they say during movement you should not do? Like many myths are there, I don't know.
Madam, if you go on to our PSSM website or any PSSM master, you should learn some acronyms. It's called ATM. So far, you only know ATM means bank ATM, isn't it? No, ATM means anytime meditation.
Okay.
APM means any place meditation. ASM means any situation meditation. Madam, you can meditate any time. Flight, no flight, sleep, no sleep. That is the motto that our Patri sir has been giving us. ATM, APM, ASM. Don't forget that, madam.
Sure. Thank you.
Thank you, Amma.
wonderful, ma'am. Thank you for remind them of all of us. It's wonderful things. And next question, Dr. Chandana Halal, can you please unmute yourself and turn on your camera, ask your question? Dr. Chandana Halal.
Yes. Namaste, everyone. Namaste, Patrigaru. Namaste, Saroja ma'am, and everyone else. Good morning. First, I wanted to share a quick experience and then ask the question. My question is that when we were sitting and the head is kind of piggybacking off of the last person that asked the question. So when we're sitting and meditating and the head was kind of falling all over the place, does that improve as you meditate, or I mean, does it become more stable? Or because I was thinking in my head that maybe I should, be against like a seat couch or something to maybe stabilize myself. Or can you talk about that? And then another thing was that I'm sitting next to a large window. From there, as we were inviting the Arcturian master, and I don't even know what they look like or what this concept is, but I'm saying these things. I'm like, I don't know if they exist, who they are, where they are, but I'm going to invite them. So I believed in the concept. My belief that, okay, it's possible. So then I invited these masters and stuff, and outside the window, but I'm closing my eyes, is flashes of light. And today I definitely heard multiple times my door opening, like there's a door here. Multiple times the door opened. And then today I felt someone breathing, like I felt a deep breath. So it's all really strange. I obviously wanted to open my eyes and see because, right, like, you don't understand all these things, but it's fine. The main thing is that when the head is falling, I want to support it because it causes pain. So I wanted to ask, like, does it get better as you meditate, or does the pain go away? You know? And then also, that's my question. Then I wanted to say something, which was, Saroja ma'am, a few months ago, my mom has been listening to the untold stories of Sita, and she used to tell me, and as a physician, you're curious and you question everything. How can she know about Sita? And I'm just being so frank and honest and saying these things. I hope it's okay. But the more that today's talk was, by the way, so enlightening and so amazing. I mean, you touched the lives of so many people. Just, you're amazing. So anyways, just wanted to share that a few months ago, I was not in PSSM, but slowly I think these concepts and obviously, like, Patri sir and my dad had met, and he took pictures for Patri sir. Back then we weren't into PSSM, but somehow slowly, like, we've come into the path, right? So I think it's just like all a beautiful experience, how everything's coming together. So yesterday and today, I'm just like putting everything together. Like, why was I born in the Telugu? Like, why was I Telugu? And then now where I am and purpose and like so many things. Anyways, can you please answer that? And then
Yes.
Larry, ma'am, thank you so much. Thank you.
That's quite lovely of you. The way you put forward your questions, I really loved it. And your honesty and the frankness with which you asked, I bow my head to you. Not many of us have that courage and honesty to put forth our questions, but thank you very much. I didn't get your first name. Can you
So
please
sweet.
repeat?
Chandana.
Chandana. Hi, Chandana. Sorry to ask your question, your name again, but I'll try to keep track of your questions and answer them. Number one, with your head falling forward. So even if you take support or you do not take support, in either cases, I've tried both. If your head is falling forward, as long as it doesn't bother you in the meditation, because what happens, Amma, when you are in meditation and your head becomes heavy, why is your head falling forward? Because suddenly the heaviness has increased in your head. And obviously now you can't keep it stable on your body. Your center of fulcrum has changed. So obviously your head is going to find a position of stability. And if you're against a wall, it definitely doesn't go back. It obviously comes forward. So nothing wrong is going to happen by your head falling forward. It happens to millions of people. But if it is scaring you that, oh, my head is falling forward, I may develop some problem, by all means, try something else, some other position. The main important thing is Sukhasana, Sthirasana, a position that you're comfortable with and a position that you are stable in. These are two important things of meditation: Sukhasana, Sthirasana. If you haven't taken a position that is comfortable or stable, then you should look at a better position, like looking for a better chair or a better mat. Give it a try. But as to the question, is it okay if my head falls forward? Absolutely okay. There is absolutely no problem. It happens to many of us, has happened to many of us, and we are still okay in one piece. So
So
absolutely no problem
do you
with that.
get the pain, ma'am? Do you get like it actually causes like physical pain, but does that just go away and it's totally fine?
Any particular place that the pain comes during meditation?
Yeah,
Is
like
it only during?
mainly
Yeah.
mainly
So
during like because I feel like the head is going this way or that way, but it
yeah.
naturally wants to go this way and wants to focus even if I try to keep it here.
Yeah, the pain may not be coming because you're falling forward or falling backward, Chandana. In meditation, there is a lot of healing happening. And when you sit in meditation, it may not be your neck. You know, many people feel pain in their back, in their head, in their legs. Wherever your emotional body is stuck, where the prana is not flowing freely, that is where your whole cosmic energy will flow with great flush. It's a momentum. It has to flush all those nadi mandala vyavastha. You know, we've got energy tubes. So wherever it's trying to push and there is a block, there will be pain. So there are many people whose heads fall forward. All need not have neck pain. If you are having neck pain, be rest assured that everything is happening good. Something good. It's healing. So only you can tell, you know, where it is healing. I can't describe your experience, but there is no problem. If the pain goes away the moment you finish your meditation, nothing to worry about. Healing is happening. So that's your first question, Amma. Second question was about this, the initial doubt that you had in meditation when the Arcturians, the Syrians, the Pleiadians, we invite all these great masters. How do I visualize them? I haven't seen them. I haven't even read a book. That's most of the questions. One easy thing, if anyone apart from you on this platform has this question, I haven't seen Syrians, I haven't seen Pleiadians, I haven't seen Arcturians. How do I visualize them? Easiest way is, do not focus on the physical body. We are all light bodies. And these great masters, they come with light, with high vibrational frequency. If you cannot picturize them because you have no idea, you can, in your mind, visualize a light being. We all know how a light looks like. You know, a form that's in the form of light. You don't need to have features, eyes, nose. That is our human way of identifying people. In the non-visible realm, everything is with light, everything is energy. So slowly, if you're finding difficult, try to change your way of thinking. That might really help you. So that would be, and the second part of the same question was, once you really started trying to visualize in your own way, you felt that there were some signs, there was some sounds in your room. And the question came in your mind, am I really hearing what I'm hearing? Am I really seeing?
Yeah.
Never doubt. Never doubt. Yeah, go ahead. Go ahead.
I mean, I thought maybe it was my husband, but he's, I mean, it's like 4 o'clock in the morning here, you know? So I know he's sleeping. So that's why I was like, I thought maybe intruder, you know, I don't know, so many things.
Yeah. No, Amma, never doubt your instincts. Okay. What comes from inside is your truth. If you try to explain others, that's not their truth. They won't understand. Remember, we all have our truth and only we can connect to it. So whatever you have seen, whatever you have heard, whatever you have felt is your truth. And you have to start believing. If you start doubting, that's it. There is no progress going to happen if you start doubting your own self. Once you have stepped onto this inner journey, when I mean inner journey, not your inner journey program, I mean really stepping inside your inner world, you have to trust your instinct. So that's a small suggestion from my side. And another question or comment that you had was about the untold story of Sita. You know, how can you really feel with Sita Ma, or how can you connect to the energies of Sita Ma? But let me tell you, when I got into that wisdom sharing mode, you said your logic mind was not helping you to do that because you are a physician. Let me remind you, I'm an engineer. I have a much more logic mind than you can think of. Medicine may not explain quite a few things, so you have to believe this universe. But engineers, from the time we step into the college, all we are taught is logic, logic, logic. So coming from that logical mind, if I had the chance to give this wisdom sharing session of Sita Ma, Chandana, when I read the book, when I stood on that Zoom platform to give the session, I could feel that energy of Sita Ma flowing through me. And it was no ordinary thing that I could have imagined. It was more than electric shock. So if you have put your finger in a plug hole, you would believe, won't you? So that was my experience. And it was not my experience. Through me, millions around the world got connected through Sita Ma. So, I mean, that's the least I can tell you about that experience. I hope I have answered all your questions.
You have. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry that I bombarded you with the questions, but thank you so much.
No, it's my pleasure. I love you.
It's my honor. It's my honor to have met you today and to have gotten the chance to speak with you and in presence of Patriji too. So thank you both so much. And Patriji once hit my dad, and someone told him that it was good that he hit him. And my dad at the time used to was telling me recently, like, oh, I remember once Patriji hit me, it was a good thing. And now we're like, oh, okay, that's awesome. So thank you all so much. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Chandana. Thank you so much, ma'am. Such a wonderful answers. You're very patient. And I'm forward to one more question. Before going to the question, please participant, try to ask you questions and short and sweet, okay? So that rest of other people will get chance. And Sunita ma'am, can you unmute yourself and ask your question, please, and turn on your camera. Sunita ma'am? Yes.
Namaskaram, Patri sir and Saroja ma'am. This is my first time actually hearing to Saroja ma'am. And I met Patri sir lot of times in Atlanta, in Sheetal's house and so on and so forth. My question to you, Saroja ma'am, is I really tried this Padmanabha Sthiti, Padmanabha technique that you just taught, and I could clearly see the difference. Yesterday, not in our inner journey meditation, but we are also doing the meditation. We are actually running a group here with one of my other friend. So when we were in that, we were doing crown chakra meditation, and all of a sudden, I was not in the meditation at all. Like I was somewhere in the planets actually. I couldn't see anything. It was only dark space. But I can see all the planets and me and some other person. I couldn't even figure out who that person was. And the only time that I got back was towards the end. I don't know that I couldn't even think of the time and so on and so forth. But when I came to the consciousness or to this world again, I think my mouth was very wide open. I don't know what my situation was. Actually, I did not fall down, so that was a good thing. But my mouth was wide open, and I was kind of like, when I observed myself, I'm like, okay, is it really happening to me? It never happened to me. But as you said, it's right. It's not only when you sit, it's also the other times during the whole day, I think. So the Padmanabha Sthiti actually helped me to focus, go back to my breath. But at the same time, when I'm counting, I'm also distracting myself, right? Like I'm not actually fully involved in the thoughtless state. So I'm like, okay, how can you manage both, or what can you do? Is my question to you.
Yeah, great question, Amma. First of all, I'm glad that you have given it a shot to do Padmanabha Sthiti. To tell you a bit of Padmanabha Sthiti, this name came from my intuition. I did not know this name at all. When I got it in my meditation, I'm thinking what it is. I've never heard this name. And it was so clear to me saying this is called Padmanabha Sthiti. And I had already started teaching people then because of the immunity it helps us to bring. So if you can just pay some attention on this Padmanabha Sthiti, normally I ask people to do 10 rounds of Padmanabha Sthiti. Because when you are doing Padmanabha Sthiti, Amma, you have to be totally focused on the counts. You remember like how I did 4, 2, 6, 2? Because when you're doing that, parallelly you won't be able to do meditation because your awareness is on that counting. That means when you're counting, mind is occupied, isn't it? Meditation means going beyond the mind. So Padmanabha Sthiti will help you initially when you're sitting for meditation. It is like pranayama. I always recommend people to do some pranayama exercise before you sit for meditation, because people normally come back with complaints, madam, my thoughts are not going. So do some initial warm up for your mind so that your thoughts come down. And Padmanabha Kriya does two things, Amma. One, it helps you to bring down your thoughts. Number two, it helps you to slowly bring down your heart rate to a very comfortable rate. So when by the time you're ready for doing meditation, you feel that you're on sailing on an ocean and you can happily focus in that peaceful state. So when you're doing meditation, then you go with the normal breath. But for preparing into meditation, you can do Padmanabha Sthiti, Amma.
Sure. Yeah, actually, that's what we do in our group meditation. We do a little bit of pranayama and prepare ourselves, and then deep body, deep muscle relaxation. I'm also a counselor, so we follow those things and then go to this thoughtless or the meditation. I think that makes sense now.
Yeah, great, Amma. I'm so glad you're doing it the right way. Thank you very much for the question.
Thank you. Namaste, Patri sir. How are you?
I'm fine, Baba.
Thank you. It's so good to see you, and you are coming and supporting us every day, every single day, which is really a great thing. Thank you so much.
Sunita ma'am, thank you so much for your question. A lot of people have the clarity because of your question. And we will take one more question. And then please, Kishore, Kishore sir, can you unmute yourself and turn on your camera and ask your question? Kishore sir.
Hi there. Good morning. And I'm sorry, it looks like my video was disconnected again. Yeah, I think host has to, connect it or. Okay. Yeah, good morning, everyone, and good afternoon over there in India. Namaste, Patriji. I think you've been, I think my mom, it's because of my mom, I think I started into this one. And she has been doing this one because of her hip injury. She has been doing this one for quite some time. And I just want to thank you for providing that support. And thank you, everyone, for, giving that support to everyone over here. Meanwhile, I've seen a couple of other doctors that are involved in here. So I just want to thank them as well during this pandemic. I know my cousins have been quarantining themselves from their kids after providing the, help and everything during the help. So I just want to thank them as well. I saw the previous question was from one of the physicians. So I just want to thank them as well. Mrs. Saroja, madam, I had a question. I know there was quite a lot of information that you provided. I would love to review that again and again. One thing definitely helped me was with how to control the breath. And other thing I had a question was, I know we are kind of like focusing more on the inner, I think you said inner space and outer space, right? Comparing to the physical so I just wanted to ask, I've been slacking with the pandemic, but I'm very, one that goes and works out at the gym and everything. So I know we kind of like focus on the inner, but do we still need to continue the outer, because you came into this physical space, or you call it as external space. So you have been chosen this space. So should you give the importance to that physical? Because I know I got like mixed messages saying that you got to focus only on the inner space, not on the outer space. So that's why I wanted to clarify that as well. And going back to the second question, I want to keep it short, Devi. But the second question was, again, the experience for me during the meditation, couple of zones I've noticed, as well as, kind of like feeling the pain. And going back to Dr. Chandana's question, I did feel the pain in my neck because of that. I think actually today it switched to my left side. And yesterday, or I think maybe like a couple of days, it was on to the right side, and I felt the pain in there, which kind of like gave me a little bit of headache. But today I felt better than previous 2 days. But I think the couple of questions was, you know, I know when you're meditating, you're kind of like scattered all over the place. How do you control it and get back to your breath? I think because I was going all over the place, I could see multiple. I could even see Matrix movie because when the, you know, because the connection to the space or something, you know, like I was like, okay, this is not joke, so get serious and get back. So how do you control it so that your mind is not speculating all over the place?
Okay, so your question comes in two parts. I would answer it in two parts. The first part is your question about what is more significant, outer or inner. No part is more significant than the other. This whole world is one. It is a fabric where everything is a thread in it. You can't pull a thread out of fabric and say it is complete. Every part is important. The outer space is important for your inner well-being. The inner space is important for your outer well-being. So to start with, we have all stepped on to a Madhya Margam. What does Madhya Marg means? Middle path. That means you are in this physical world doing your duty well, or your duty. At the same time, you always are detached to this middle path life, knowing completely that you are not the body material alone. So what it means is you are leading a completely happy physical life with the understanding that you are more than this physical body. So if I answer your question from the outer part, this body is called a temple. Why? Because that great consciousness and stuff that I talked about in my topic, where are you housing it? In this form. So you can't say that because I give all my credit to my inner world, I'm not going to look after my body. That's not the answer. So you have to balance your life. That's why we talk about Madhya Margam so much, because everything is important. You have come to this physical plane for a purpose. And that purpose can only be solved by looking after this physical body too. If you won't look after your physical body, how will you complete your purpose of this life? So if you have got mixed messages saying only look after your inner world, don't have to worry about the outer world, I would say that's not a complete answer. But in these days, I don't have to tell anybody that you look after your outer world well, because that's what we do. We only look after our outer world. Hence, the necessity of telling again and again that don't get entangled only in the outer world. There is also an inner world. That you must be thinking that people are talking about inner world. Why not outer world? The reason being, outer world, we are always talking. We have already associated ourselves with only the outer world. Hence, the whole significance about now start traveling within. You have traveled outside quite a lot. So that's the balance we are coming from. Hope you understand that part of it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Thank
so
you.
nothing wrong if you want to go to gym and look after your body. Fantastic. I go for a run every alternate day. I do yoga the other days. I enjoy it. Do anything that keeps you happy. There's nothing wrong. Only thing is, don't interfere with others' lives. Anything you do, if you are happy, people around, you're not damaging anyone, you're not interfering with anyone's life, happily lead your life. Inner journey is must at this time, especially at this time when there is a quantum leap we are all going into. We are diving into ourselves to know more about us. Feminine energies are all awakening. It's a time to travel inwards, only because for 6,500 years, we have been Bahirmukha. We have only been looking after the outer world. Hence, so much emphasis on the inner world. That's the only reason why people are talking that travel. That doesn't mean that stop looking after. I hope you got the message.
Yeah, definitely. I was just making sure that, you know, like having the balance. Yeah, I think that kind of like explains. Yeah, sure. Thank you.
Yeah, and re-emphasizing your second question again, please.
Yeah, just how do you control, you know, because I know you get back to the
got
breath.
It. Yeah, I remember your question. You don't control anything. If you try to control something, it will come back in much more fearful form. You think we can control mind and thought? You try to control one thought, 100 will come. So how do we get over this? So The easiest thing is, that's why always the mantra has been, when you sit for meditation, be with your breath. But when we are with our breath, suddenly you find yourself caught within a thought. The moment you're aware of that, don't curse yourself. Oh my God, I was not supposed to think. The moment you get frustrated, another 10 thoughts will come. So what you should do, embrace the thought. Just try to hug it. It's such a great feeling. I do it all the time. If something is bothering me, hug that thought and say, look, I know I love you, but can you please leave me? With love, you can
Gotcha.
overcome everything and every thought that comes to me in meditation. This is the only way I do. I just hug and say, okay, I understand. All right. It'll nicely sit in a corner. It won't come back again. Another thought will come, but that thought won't come back again. I would really recommend do this and get back to your breath.
Gotcha.
And the
Okay.
more you keep practicing, slowly, this is training yourself, being with the breath. Cut your thoughts, be with your breath. So anything comes with practice. And you know,
Yeah,
human
absolutely.
mind, the human training, you need 41 days. Even in our office, I work for ExxonMobil. For any new training that we launched, you need 6 weeks of training for anyone to get used to. So give yourself at least dedicated time of 40 days or 41 days of meditation. Then your body will slowly get used to. I hope I have answered your questions.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. Thank you. I'm gonna listen to your, videos again, and then, yeah,
Sure.
definitely. I think your YouTube channel, yeah, I'm gonna try to get that hooked up for my wife on that one. Yeah, definitely.
Sure.
Appreciate all your information.
Thank you so much. Great talking to you.
Thank you, Patriji. Thank
Yes,
you,
Baba.
everyone. Yeah.
Be steadfast in your meditation. Be committed. It takes practice to
Absolutely.
be perfect. Whether in music or swimming or gym or meditation. It
I know
doesn't
I've been
come.
slacking on the gym, but yeah, this one, it's like 57 days, 60 days. Yeah, I committed myself, like for this one.
So a lot of commitment is required to progress in meditation too.
Oh yeah,
Okay?
absolutely.
Yeah. Either you do it with commitment or you forget about it.
Yeah. I think it is a big influence from our mom, and because of you, I know you visited our house a couple of times, and then I think like all my sisters are also into the meditation. My sister from Dallas is also into the meditation, and from California. So, yeah, I think I'm the last one. I just wanted to dedicate myself and see, like how I can do and
Yes,
how
the
I can
last of the
try.
Mohicans. Last of the Mohicans, yes.
Yeah, I wish. Yeah. Thank you, sir.
Carry on.
Yeah.
Thank you so much, Kishore sir, and thank you,
ma'am.
to you, Saroja ma'am, for your questions. Such an enlightened session today. Even today, whatever you share with us, that is important to for first day of meditator. Even we are doing from 20, 30 years meditation, that is important for them as well. You covered such kind of topic, and oh my God, what an enlightened session. And our deepest gratitude, and we bow down to you, Saroja ma'am, for today's session, for giving. I saw you while your answer coaching, you're moving here and there, you're busy, even though you're doing that work and answering in detail every question. What a compassion and unconditional love you have. Thank you so much, ma'am. Thank you so much. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Devi madam. Thank you, Patri sir.
When you are answering a question, you are practicing compassion. Because always questions are stupid. But we have to answer those stupid questions with great compassion. You did very well, Saroja ma'am.
Thank you so much, sir. We are learning from you little by little every day.
People don't have any practice. They just come like that and start shooting questions. Very, very funny. But we can't, react to them in a funny way. That's the problem with us. We have to be very patient and very compassionate and speak very, very formal language. Okay. I appreciate you. You are so very good. Your questions are wonderful. Okay. Madam, for the 40 years, I am suffering like this. Now you are getting used to your suffering. Some doctor comes, some astronaut comes and talks to them, where is inner space? You can't explain to them. Huh? But, this is our job.
Yes, sir.
To practice compassion.
Yes, sir.
Huh?
Yes, sir. Yeah.
So, in spite of all the stupidity that we hear from every new baby, mothers take care of the new babies. Okay, they clean the new babies, they feed the new babies. The baby can't clean itself. The baby can't eat. So, as the mother takes care of a baby, bathes it, cleans it, okay, we have to bear all this, and it is our profession, what to do.
I think we chose the right profession, sir.
Of course so, of course so.
Yeah, my apologies to Devi Madam. Devi Madam, I was moving because I was cooking the dinner. After my wisdom sharing, I had to go finish my pongal sambar for the family. So sorry if I was moving. My apologies.
No, ma'am, you're here more than your committed time, madam. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. We come to understand. Yeah, our
I
gratitude.
want pongal sambar. I want pongal sambar.
Yes, sir. Virtual pongal sambar.
Madam gave us spiritual pongal sambar sir today through our session. It's like a gift for us.
Yes.
Soulful.
Madam,
No,
thank
it
you,
gives.
madam. Saroja, madam, thank you very much for your time.
Thank you, thank you. So nice to see you, sir.
Yeah, I was about to say what Devi Garu just said, right? That was a sweet pongal for us.
Sweet pongal. And Anila is there as well.
Yes.
Yeah, namaste, madam. Namaste.
Namaste, Anila. So nice to see you both on this platform.
Yeah,
So
thank-
nice.
Thank you, sir.
Great job you both are doing. So happy.
Thank you, madam. Thank you. Sir, thank you again, sir. Thank you very much for joining us. Sir, final comments, sir. Any comments?
Yes, today is the 4th day.
Yes, sir.
So 51 days more.
Yes, sir.
Big task you have taken, Baba.
Right, sir. Yes,
And
sir.
I'm seeing very wonderful things, very wonderful people. Nice babies around.
Yes, sir.
and nice mothers around.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. So, yes, sir. And tomorrow it is Power of Intention, sir, by Sri Lakshmi from UK.
Okay, Baba.
Yes, sir. Our sincere thanks again to Balakrishna, sir.
Balakrishna Garu, thank you very much. Ayya, Balakrishna Garu. He is there.
Sir, unmute yourself, sir. Balakrishna, sir.
I can see him.
Balakrishna, sir, unmute yourself, sir.
Okay.
Thank you, Baba, for everything.
Thank you, sir.
So, see you tomorrow.
Oh, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Saroja ma'am, see you tomorrow.
Thank you, sir. Thank you. Good night.
Thank you, Saroja, madam.
Sir Balkrishna, sir. So
Thank you,
nice
madam.
to see you. Thank you, sir. Thank you. Great program, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you, madam.
Thank you all. Have a good night.
Thank you, ma'am.
Thank you, Saroja madam.
So, what a wonderful day today. Oh, my God. We have Saroja Gullapalli madam, Patri sir, and Balkrishna sir, and wonderful questions, a lot of wisdom. Masters, my suggestion from my side, please listen to today's session again and again. At least listen to that 10 times. It is very important, and it leads to and it guides us in your inner journey beautifully, because all about meditation and how to observe breath, the significance and the wonder behind our breath. The entire Brahmandam is within us, in our Pindandam. So thank you so much for today's session, and we're looking forward all of you tomorrow. Over to Srikant sir, please.
Yes. Thank you, Devi Garu. It was wonderful. You nailed it. And of course, Saroja Madam,